Good evening, it's the 1st of August, I'm Dowd Army, this is Yeah Right News on Yeah Right TV. So firstly, our weekly, not daily, our weekly now, coronavirus update. Because I'm a busy man, you know what I'm saying, I'm not locked down anymore, sorry. Firstly, our weekly coronavirus update. In the last 3 days, there have been 250 deaths in the UK. Now, the UK has the highest deaths above average in Europe. Now, what this means is they looked at all the countries around Europe and they looked at deaths from January to June in the last 5 years, and they looked at how many more deaths there were on average. And the UK was the highest with 65,000 deaths above the average. Now, today, another 845 people across the UK tested positive for COVID-19. 845. This means, on average, there's 737 Brits are being diagnosed every 24 hours. Yes, every 24 hours, there's 737 people who've got COVID-19. Now, this is the highest since July the 3rd, when the average was 749. Now, our COVID outbreak is still growing, as daily infections have risen by 12% in a week. With the rolling average hitting a 4-week high. Now, we're all concerned about another outbreak, you know what I'm saying. Infections are rising in 30 different areas in the UK, hence these ridiculous fucking lockdowns they introduced today, the fuddy there. Now, Matt the Fuddle Hancock, which is the health secretary, he claimed today that a second wave was starting to roll across Europe, yeah? But this is the same Fuddle who in February stated that the UK was at low risk of COVID-19 and we had nothing to fucking worry about. Wanker. And that's our health secretary, Salil, in charge of our health. You know what I mean? Now, COVID-19 is not going to fucking miraculously just fucking disappear. You know what I mean? It's not just going to be gone and it's over. It's going to be part of life for the foreseeable future. If there is another national lockdown, there will not be another furlough. It will be a disaster for the economy and put us in the worst kind of recession we've ever had. That's why there won't be another full lockdown. Locking down towns and cities will not work. How the fuck do you lock down a town and a city? Put a line around it. You can't go to there and you can fuddles, yeah? That's not going to work. The government doesn't have a fucking clue what it's doing or what to do going forward with COVID-19. You can tell that by the way they're chatting. They keep blaming the science, and the science geezers are standing on the camera shitting it thinking, these fuckers are not listening to what we're saying. You know what I mean. Now, this is the same story, unfortunately, across countries all over the world where the government doesn't know what it's doing because no one knows what the fucking to do. But while there is travel across the world, COVID-19 is going to continue to spread. Yeah? There's only one way to fix it, I know, but unfortunately we can't do that. And the only way to fix it, this is the only way to fix it, is for every country in the world to close its borders until June 2021 for a year. So every country mass tests its citizens, locks down, isolates, and eventually, like New Zealand, becomes COVID-free. And then once every country has had like 2 or 3 months of no disease or anything, then you can start opening the airports. But the problem there is New Zealand's an island. And it'd be easier to do this on an island like New Zealand or us or Iceland. But in countries that are landlocked or have other countries next to them, it's going to be harder to control the border. Plus, you've got so many legal immigrants coming across as boats, so you've got to control that as well. But that's the only way. So, this, however, would put every citizen from every country at the mercy of their governments. Now, think George Orwell's 1984 book for you clever fuckers who read. V for Vendetta, the movie. Yeah, you know what I mean? That type of thing. And if you really fucked up shit, think the Hunger Games. No, we will end up living in a dystopian society. Do you know what dystopian is? If you don't know, fucking find out. I haven't got time to tell you what dystopian is. I'm doing the news, Sally. Anyway, so the government has not got a clue about what to do going fucking forward. Do they protect the citizens of the country and watch the economy collapse? Or do they protect the economy and watch citizens die sporadically? Sporadically. Either way, it's lose fucking lose. You know what I mean? Now, the government has fucked up everything they've done in protecting us. The people who voted them in, that's us from COVID-19. Now, let me enlighten you, yeah? Let's quickly go through it. Firstly, their response in February and early March, yeah? They said, nah, nothing to worry about. It's fuck all. You know what I mean? We can just chill. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. That's what they specifically fucking said. Then we go to PPE, man, where they just couldn't fucking provide the fucking nurses and the doctors with the correct equipment to protect themselves, yeah? They couldn't even do that, yeah? And there's loads of stories how they cut budgets, etc. Then the fucking care homes. So many people who were ill were in hospital, yeah? In order to clear the hospitals, they sent all these people who were ill back to the care homes thinking they could get care there without testing them before they went back. Hence, 20,000 care home deaths. Well, 30,000 care home deaths, I say. So what else? Airports. Airports continue to stay fucking open for fucking ages while this virus was on. All the way through the end of March and virtually all of fucking April. Then we've got the timing of when we went into lockdown. Now, they're saying that if we'd gone into lockdown 1 week before, 20,000 lives could have been saved. Think about that. 20,000 fucking lives saved if we'd have gone into lockdown 1 week fucking before. And then while we're in lockdown, the Dominic Cummings fucking fiasco. This fucking wanker, right, fucks off up fucking north, then goes on a trip with his missus, yeah, and then comes out with some bullshit that he's fucking testing his eyes while he's driving. And that's it. The government says, yeah, sound, you're sorted, and that's it. They've brushed it under the carpet. So that gave everyone thought, fuck this, let's all fucking go out. Hence the beaches were packed that weekend afterwards, you know what I'm saying? Then there's testing lies. We're doing this many tests a day, this many tests a day. Then we've got this new fucking app coming out. They spent millions on this app. Now they're fucking knocked it on the head. And they still ain't testing the amount of people they're fucking testing. You know what I mean? Then how lockdown has been eased. How the fuck do you tell pubs to reopen on Saturday? When everyone's off, everyone wants to fucking go out. Do it on a fucking Monday, you fucking pricks. Do it on a Monday. Then slowly they can ease into it and get ready for the weekend. Fuddles. Then the way the beaches have got packed. You know what I mean? No control, no social distancing, didn't do fuck all. Then face masks. We were shitting our pants, walking around the supermarket in fucking end of March, in April, thinking we were going to catch a disease and die, and they told us don't need to wear a mask. Now, the fucking telling us the disease is over, is tiny bits here and there, now they say wear a fucking mask. Wankers. Fuddles, sorry. Then, public sector pay rises, yeah? They give this pay rises to all the people in the public sector, except nurses. Fucking nurse, what are you taking the fucking piss? It's because of the nurses that were all fucking around here and the hospitals didn't get fucked. So many of them died. Lack of PPE. Government wankers. And then finally, air corridors. Yeah, man, you can fly here, it's sweet. You can fly there, it's sweet. You can fly there, it's sweet. Suddenly, 50,000 people on holiday in Spain. Shit, man, it's not sweet. You best fucking come back. Then you got to quarantine. What the fuck's that all about? Anyway, this is the same government that we are trusting to lead us out of this pandemic safely. It's fucking worrying, isn't it? You know what I mean? Now let's look at coronavirus across the rest of the world. There's over 17 million cases worldwide, nearly 670,000 deaths so far. In the USA, 160,000 people have died. Now this number is currently going up by 1,000 a day. Yeah, every day 1,000. Led by surges in Texas, California and Florida. And with Mr. Donald Trump in charge, it is really worrying times for America. There will be multiple hundreds of thousands of deaths if the USA doesn't control the coronavirus pandemic, medical experts have warned. Now, over 20 countries across Africa have recorded a higher number of new cases than in previous weeks. The continent has had numbers double over the past month and is now approaching 1 million. After 99 days of success, the virus in Vietnam has resurfaced, with 48 cases in 6 different regions of the country. India has hit 40,000 recorded deaths, and now it is spreading to villages as people rushed home when the lockdown began. So the 40,000 people deaths were in the cities, and now it's starting to hit the villages. So the USA, Brazil, the UK, India, Mexico, Italy and Spain are the worst hit countries in the world. But pockets of infections like here in Leicester and Oldham are happening across the entire fucking world. That, ladies and gentlemen, was our coronavirus update. Know what I mean? Oh, but wait. How come the country where this virus originated, the country with the largest population on Earth, has not been mentioned? Yeah? So if countries like America and everything have got 60,000 deaths, 80,000, 150,000 deaths, then if someone like China, you expect to see 50, 60,000 deaths. But there's nothing on the news. They had 5,000 deaths, and after that, the Chinese government has restricted all communication into the country and out of the country. Sorry, out of the country. Nothing comes out of China unless it comes from the CCP itself. Now there is torrential rain across China at the moment with vast flooding. That's the same flooding that's at the top of India, Bangladesh, and this is major in China. The Three Gorges Dam is ready to burst. Now this dam is the largest hydroelectric power station in the world with 463,000 tons of steel, 34 billion it cost to make. It produces 20 times more power than the Hoover Dam, and it's so massive that it has slowed down the Earth's rotation by 0.06 microseconds. Killed it. Anyway, this is on the verge of bursting. Trust me, and it will kill absolutely millions. But you won't let anything will come out of China now because the government is holding it in. Because they're kicking off, mate. There's war starting soon, I'm telling you. Right then. In other news. As the highway code is updated to give priority to cyclists, cyclists wonder, what the fuck is the highway code? After the Queen takes part in a first public video call, the FBI asks if they can do a fun Zoom quiz with Prince Andrew. And Boris Johnson launches a new cycling initiative after a 6-month trial of constantly fucking backpedalling. And as Newcastle United sail to Saudi Arabia collapses, Dominic Raab says if they'd chucked in a few rocket launchers, he'd have got it pushed through last week. But I've heard they pulled out on human rights grounds after touring a Sports Direct warehouse in Newcastle. After Boris Johnson admits he was too fat before he contracted coronavirus, health experts say having two fucking faces does tend to add a few pounds. And if things weren't fucking bad enough, these fucking foodoos are back. And finally, Donald the Fuddle Trump has started to address the coronavirus surge in the USA. Here he is getting ready for his coronavirus press conference later today. So, be safe, wear a mask, keep your distance, don't go to crowded places, because this fucking government hasn't got a clue what they're doing, and we can't rely on them to bring us safely out of this mess. Now let me leave you with a Martin Luther King quote. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. You have a great weekend. I'm Dowd Army. This is Yeah Right News on Yeah Right TV. Yeah Right!